about this tragedy, apologizing for this tragedy on social media, while at the same time they're soaking in the Phuket sun. And by this time, 10 o'clock local time on Sunday, the lookout circular has not been issued against them. The blue corner notice has not been issued against them. So even before the law could react and law enforcement agencies could react, they've already made good. They're now sitting pretty in Thailand. So the Goa police has acted in retrospect to after having sort of let go of these two brothers, the accused brothers, the Luthra brothers. The Goa police is now trying to leave no stone unturned in trying to nab these wanted brothers. So they've written to the Interpol. They're expecting a blue corner notice that's been issued against these brothers. It basically means that the authorities in whichever country they are, in this case Thailand, will have to find these brothers and provide information about their whereabouts to the country of origin, in this case India. So the primary goal of the blue corner notice is to gain information that is necessary in an and Gaurav Luthra, the owners of the Romeo Lane Nightclub in Goa, where there was a massive fire and 25 people died, they have fled to Phuket in Thailand. They were so prompt that within a couple of hours of this fire, they had already checked in at the Delhi airport to fly out by a 5:30 a.m. Indigo flight to Phuket in Thailand. A lookout circular and now a blue corner notice has also been issued against both these brothers, but they are far away from Indian law. They are probably right now holidaying in a resort in Phuket. Now the law will have to go through the grinding process of appealing through a court, the court examining their documents, the documents then being put forth before the Thai authorities, if at all they are still in Thailand or they've fled from there to someplace else. Now in the meanwhile, there are 25 families who are grieving. 20 out of those 25 families happen to be those of the employees of this nightclub run by these two brothers. The question is, they clearly had no intention of surrendering themselves, no intention of facing up to the law of the land, to facing up.
What are you doing, sir, just to further your political interests, as the DMK is claiming, and if not, why?
Sir, let me put it on clearly in front of you, sir. The division bench judgment is entirely different from the current judgment. First, we have to understand that, sir. The 2014-2017, the division bench judgment is entirely different. The petitioners request them, 2014-17, which the DMK is quoted, to light the Deepam at the highest point of the hillock. What is the current judgment? The current petitioner's request is, we want to light Deepam at the deepathoon. So what is this difference? The highest point of the hillock, there is a dargah. And Mr. G.R. Swaminathan in his judgment has clearly mentioned, no, you cannot go to the highest point of the hillock and light it. It is a settled matter. In the judgment on December 1, he calls this as a settled matter. Nobody can go to the top of the hillock. That belongs to dargah. It's settled. But you can light in the deepathoon, which you are asking as a petitioner. I am granting that. Because the deepathoon is not anyway connected to dargah. The deepathoon belongs to the temple. Now the DMK, over the last 1 week, selectively they are kind of confusing the public and people of Tamil Nadu, people of our country, by saying, no, he is overruling the division bench judgment of 2017, which is entirely different. Now this judgment is entirely different, sir. In fact, in this judgment, he has quoted that judgment also to say, it is a settled matter, I am not going into that. And now DMK, after the judgment, once they found defenseless, now they say, no, Deepathoon is the archaeological survey of India stone. When somebody said, when is archaeological survey of India came, then they shifted their narrative, say, no, it is a great trigonomical archaeological survey. When it happened, it is that. So every day they keep giving you reason. Lot of Tamil literature, people are putting in the social media in the last 1 week, it clearly talks about Deepathoon. Different Tamil literature talks precisely to this stone at different points of time. Now suddenly DMK is inventing new reasons. Sir, that is a different case. This is a different case. Nobody wants to light at the top of hillock because that belongs to dargah. It's a settled matter, sir. People only want to light on Deepathoon only one day. On the day of Kartikai, which happened to be 3rd December only that day they want to light and come back. Even that they don't want to allow.
Okay.
And why are they creating so much ruckus and trying to selectively misinterpret the whole judgment, sir?
Okay. In their defense, the DMK says the state government is following a 100-year Hindu tradition and BJP is turning a temple ritual into a political flashpoint. How do you respond to this charge?
Sir, again in 1996, the DMK quotes about the judgment also. In 1996, that is a very specific judgment on somebody wanted to go to Deepathoon and light it. 1996 judgment, not the division bench with DMK is quoting. 1996, the judge said, look, I only have 3 days time to decide. You come now. This year, I am not permitting you to light it up at Deepathoon. So you please light it up in the Uchipaliyar temple where you are lighting for all these years. Next year, with advance notice, please approach the temple. I also request the temple to find a space. Only condition is the lighting spot should be 15 meters away from dargah. This is the 1996 judgment, which was not at all followed the next year, the year after. 1996 clearly mentioned, since I had only 3 days, the judge said, you please light it in Uchipaliyar Kovil. Next year you can consider Deepathoon. Only condition is dargah and Deepathoon should be 15 meter distance apart. Now, dargah and Deepathoon is 50 meter apart. The present judgment, the judge has gone measured. He has walked the whole hill. He has measured. It is 50 meter. So, 1996 judgment also the government did not follow. 2014-17, they are misinterpreting. Now they are saying the issue we have manufactured in 2025. No, sir. This issue was there. The Hindu Munnani leader, Mr. Rajagopalan, was murdered exactly for raking up this issue in 1990s. He was murdered because he wanted the lighting of lamp to happen in Deepathoon. That is how the judgment happened.
All right.
Now they selectively kind of closed it. This year the petitioners were approached the EEO good 2 months before, saying that we want to lighten Deepathoon. The EEO refused. Couple of weeks before he said rejection letter. Then they went on appeal to the High Court, which gave the order on 1st December. So it's a process of law that is established by the Bhaktas of Muruga who followed approaching the EO, giving them 2 months time, then filing a writ petition. So where was anything wrong, sir? I also would like to bring to your kind attention the last 8 days of happening in Madurai. No public property damaged. Not even a single glass broken. The Hindu devotees come, police show something, they go back. The Hindu devotees again come back with a contempt of court order, again the police sends them back. This happened on 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, continuously. And every single day it is the police which brazenly wants to come and disobey a lawful order of the court. And not even a single person did a law and order issue. The whole of Madurai, the Hindu devotees, they are doing it peaceful. Who is creating law and order, sir? It is the DMK government. Why are they doing it, sir? Let us see from a political perspective. The DMK also knows lighting a Deepathoon is only a 1 minute work. They can just go, light it up and come. The issue dies next day. People will go and do their work. Why are they raking up a controversy? Because they want the minority consolidation to happen in Tamil Nadu. The DMK is only using this Thirupuram issue to rake up the minority consolidation. They want to tell our minority brothers and sisters, see, I am there for you. Even against the court judgment. See, I have gone to our parliament to go for impeachment motion against the judge who has given judgment against you. So during the election year, they want to play this whole angle to consolidate minorities. Very politically, anybody can read through it, sir. In the process, what the DMK is trying to do, they are trying to trample the judiciary under its feet. And now, very funnily in the impeachment process, inventing reasons. He belongs to this caste. He is only encouraging advocates of this caste.
What
unfortunate,
I find,
sir, very unfortunate. And that is the way DMK is behaving now.
Okay, but what I find rather curious is that the HRNCE, which is meant to safeguard Hindu interests, these, as you know, are the committees who manage Hindu temples, has also sided with the DMK, sir.
The HRNC has never safeguarded Hindus' interest at any point of time in the last many years. They have never done it. And appointing Christian officers, bringing all kinds of rituals, stopping the Hindu rituals, not doing the 6 pujas that is supposed to happen every day. I can just give out reasons after reasons. Taking the money in Tiruvannamalai, trying to build a temple complex. Samayapuram Mariamman temple, take the money and build it, take the money and put air conditioners for joint commissioners of HRNCE, buy cars for them, and many ministers' cars are brought from HRNC funds. So absolutely, you look at the functioning of HRNC, it's a fit case for disbanding. And in the said case also, sir, when December 1, the judgment was given, the executive officer of the Tiruparangundran temple was supposed to protect the deepathoon. He was the first person to go on appeal. Even the dargah people did not go on appeal. The EO went on appeal against the judgment, which told the EO to protect the deepathoon as part of the temple. He went on appeal. It clearly shows on whose side HRNC is. And in fact, when the contempt of court was happening on 3rd of December, sir, the HRNC EO switched off his phone and ran away. It is recorded in the court's observation. The HRNC EO was nowhere to be found when the contempt of court petition was taken. He went and hid somewhere. This is the unfortunate part where the HRNC believes since there is a word called Hindu in HRNC, people will accept it. Very unfortunate. HRNC has failed in its basic duty of protecting the temple, the temple's property, giving Hindus a decent place of worship to come very cleanly, peacefully worship and go. Even that is not happening. When somebody asks our minister, Mr. Shekhar Babu, who heads HRNC, he will give a very standard reply. When you say the queues are longer, people are not having water, people are not having toilet facility, he will say, when you go to Tirupati, you are standing for 3 days, what is your problem? On public, Minister Shekhar Babu says, you go to Tirupati and stand for hours, why are you asking these facilities in Tamil Nadu? But the CM's wife will get the first right. The Tamil Nadu Chief Minister's wife, Madam Durga Stalin, when she goes to a Hindu temple with a photo opportunity with photographers, she will get the first right. Mr. Shekhar Babu will push everybody, the minister, he will go and watch the Arunachaleshwara Deepam. The poor citizens will be standing somewhere. Any DMK minister will have a VVIP darshan, they will be the first people. But the poor devotees will not get anything. HRNCE is meant to protect the DMK minister and Stalin's family because they treat the temple property as their own wealth. Not an ordinary devotee who has to stand in the queue. In some places like Tiruchendur, a devotee died last year because of exhaustion. In Palani Murugan temple, they died of exhaustion.
Well,
no fans, no toilet, no water.
Well,
suddenly now they will come and say, no, HRNC will try and protect Lord Muruga. It is only the BJP which is trying to create this issue in Tamil Nadu.
Well, viewers, of course, thank you, Mr. Annamalai, for speaking to me and taking the time out to explain this particular issue from your point of view. Let's open this up, viewers, because as you can see, the opposition is right there in front of Om Birla, the speaker today, with this impeachment notice saying that they don't like this judge because he is somebody who is not following constitutional due process. Now, viewers, let's ask some fundamental questions, and I want to begin with Mr. Abbas Haider and Harish Ibrahim, political analyst. Mr. Ibrahim, this is a very unfortunate issue where it appears that a matter that can actually be resolved by the Supreme Court is an ongoing matter. The DMK wants to find an extrajudicial, in some senses, solution. They want to petition Om Birla. They want to file an impeachment motion. Some people are saying, and you heard Mr. Annamalai, that this is an open intimidation, that this is going to have a chilling effect on judiciary. If we don't like your judgment, we are going to try and impeach you. Is that what's happening?
No, whatever Mr. Annamalai said is completely a falsehood. Number one. Why is it? Because the judge, Mr. GRS, it is not the first time who is giving such kind of an effectual thing where it create a huge kind of animosity across Tamil Nadu, not only due to the religious angle, because the same Tamil Nadu holds almost 80,000 plus temples, which is operating almost on every single day without any 0.01% of any kind of issues between the communities. But where Mr. GRS, who is a honorable High Court judge of Madurai bench, is not only getting his first judgment, which is divisive in manner, he's kind of habitual in this process. And against him, there are so much of impeding petitions across Madras High Court and even in the Madurai High Court bench, where his all kind of judiciary process will be going for a third kind of review on an evil's point of view.
Mr.
Because
Ibrahim,
he is not acting on the constitution. 1 second, Ravi, I have 1 second. So he is not, according to the constitutional framework, he never operates. He has his own agenda, he has his own narrative on a religious perspective, on a Sanatana perspective, which is not inferred by me. He himself has stated that not only in one conference, across various conferences in Tamil Nadu, he has categorically said that he is going to act with the Sanatana Dharma, which preaches only the
Okay, Mr.
Hindu
Ibrahim.
religious, whatever. One second, let me complete. So, whatever there is a mandatory policies which the Hindus is going to get benefit,
All
and
of
whatever
these
there is a
matters.
constitution.
No, one second. If you're talking, no, 1 second now, just a minute. If you're talking about indecorousness or not following decorum, then you saw, sir, just recently that the Supreme Court got into it and pulled up one of their brother judges. So are you saying that the senior judiciary is incapable of, number one, policing their own members, and that it is left to you to do so? And secondly, point out one infirmity in this judgment. Because the law is very narrow for impeachment.
No, it is going ahead for filing for an impeachment is a constitutional framework.
No, I'm asking you, sir. No, 1 second, Mr. Ibrahim. I'm asking you a question. Please tell me the basis on which you need to move is proven misbehavior or incapacity. Now, this is laid down in 124(4) and 218 of the Constitution. Is this misbehavior when you deliver a judgment upholding the right of certain believers, or you give not to light a deepam atop a particular hill which is revered? How is this in any way? No, 1 second. How is this an indication of misbehavior?
No, those decisions can't be taken in a hasty way. You need
So go up to the Supreme Court. You have a place to go and appeal, isn't it? And you have done so.
Of course, that is what the government is always intended to do.
So then if you're doing it, why are you prejudicing the matter by moving an impeachment motion?
But Mr. GRS has taken his law to his own course of time, and he went himself and preceded that before the archaeological survey.
Here we have a situation which Mr. Ibrahim is not admitting to. You have a situation where the matter has already proceeded, the DMK has gone and filed 2 appeals. One in a division bench of the same High Court and one in the Supreme Court, where they are going to look at, these courts are going to look at the infirmity of this judgment.
Okay.
Which allows Hindus to go to the deepathoon and light a lamp for a few hours, and that's it, viewers. And the judge has come out and he has followed the 2014 and 2017 precedent by not allowing people to go near the dargah. And we saw that visual. He has walked the 50 meters to ensure that the space between the pillar and the dargah is 50 meters according to the law. Yet these people, viewers, are moving an impeachment motion, and you're not explaining, sir, why when you've taken the matter to a higher court.
Rahul, can you please allow me without an uninterrupted 1 minute to explain the fact?
He's speaking non-stop.
Uninterrupted time. When are we going to talk?
Okay.
What is this, Rahul? This can't be a monologue by the DMK.
Sanju Verma, respond. He says that this particular judge has a history, that he is somebody who is almost an RSS judge, which has been said by the DMK in the past, and is almost a party karyakarta of the BJP. This is their problem with him, they say. How do you respond to this?
You know, Rahul, first and foremost, let me make one thing very clear. What did the division bench of the Madras High Court say in 2017? It said that courts cannot interfere in temple rituals and cannot prescribe specific locations for religious practices, and this judgment was delivered to prevent judicial overreach in matters of religious customs. Now what Mr. Annamalai told you, and what I would like to add here is, the DMK has 120 people rallying around it, 120 opposition MPs, not just the DMK alone. They've rallied around together and they want to impeach Justice G.R. Swaminathan. What are the allegations? They say he has compromised judicial impartiality, he's compromised transparency, he's shown undue favoritism towards certain advocates, and he's deciding matters based on a particular political ideology contrary to constitutional principles. As you rightly said, if a precedent had been set in 2014, if a precedent had been set in 2017, that you don't need to go to the top of the hillock, but you can light the giant lamp at the deepathoon, which is nothing but a stone pillar, then how is G.R. Swaminathan violating a set precedent? How is he not being transparent? How is he violating secular so-called constitutional principles? How is he showcasing favoritism towards a particular ideology? Do Hindus have no rights? I will tell you what. Let's cut through the, riff-raff. I will not use the word BS. The fact is, Tamil Nadu assembly elections are next year in a few months from now. Out of the 7.21 crore population, you have 45 lakh plus who are Christians. You have 43 lakh plus who are Muslims. Basically, 13 to 14% of Tamil Nadu's population are non-Hindus. They are either Christians and or Muslims. Clearly, the DMK is eyeing the Muslim and Christian vote bank. And what better way to eye this vote bank than to appease them?
That's a big charge. Okay.
Appease them than to demonize Hindu customs. My final point, please, 1 minute. Also, please understand, assuming there has been judicial overreach, hypothetically speaking, right? The manner in which a so-called judicial overreach is undone is by challenging it in a higher court in the law of the land.
That I agree with you.
It is not by trying to impeach the judge, because the same Supreme Court, which gives rights to minorities, has said this, and the Constitution has said it. A judge cannot be impeached for passing a particular verdict or judgment and for simply doing his job.
Let me bring in Abhijit Iyer Mitra on this point. How do you see this?
You know, I just found Mr. Ibrahim's argument truly astounding. He says it was judged on the basis of Sanatan. Tell me, things concerning Hinduism are going to be judged based on the Quran. If we judge it based on the Quran, then the idol in that temple should be smashed.
As usual, you misinterpret.
So, this is, you said it. Could you please replay what he said?
I said,
Mr. Can you please replay what he said?
Mr. GRS
Now, apparently for this man, the judge quoting the religion of the temple itself is a great violation and makes him RSS. This is the kind of nonsense we are listening to. Understand, what is atop the temple?
What you speak is a nonsense as of now.
It's a Hindu temple. Do they, if it is a Hindu temple, do they or do they not have the right to light a lamp? It is that simple. Understand, this is the same mindset that wants to smash the idol out there. And remember, Udayanidhi Stalin has said publicly after he called Hindus, Sanatana Dharma, vermin, mosquitoes and whatnot. He himself claimed he was a Christian, that he had converted to the religion of his wife. What else do you... This is crusader jihadi logic being applied on a massive scale. Nothing else.
It's there on your screens. The DMK is anti-Sanatan stand. We must eradicate Sanatan Dharma, says Udayanidhi Stalin. If you wear DMK dhoti, remove holy ash. This is A. Raja, DMK MP, one of those people who went there to submit this particular note. Now, I want to bring in...
Rahul, 1 second.
Go ahead.
Remember, these people were nowhere near outraged when in January of this year, their ally, Indian Union, IUML, Muslim League, Jinnah's party, remnant of Jinnah's party in India, their ally actually sat and ate beef curry inside the dargah on that hill. That wasn't an issue for them. They were trying to actively hide it. They were claiming, no non-veg was eaten. Then the video actually showed it was being eaten.
Rahul, just 10 seconds. Rahul, just to add to what Abhijit said in 10 seconds. You know, each time in the last 24 hours when I've debated this issue with DMK spokespersons, they say, Tamil Nadu has more than 38,000 temples. How dare you question our Hindu credentials? Well, out of those 38,000 temples, 76% are on the verge of closing down. They don't even have enough money to perform the morning and evening rituals.
That's a good point.
And you are talking about your Hindu credentials?
That's a good point. Let me bring in the Samajwadi Party here.
That's a lame joke.
No, 1 second. Let me bring in the Samajwadi Party, whose writ doesn't extend beyond Uttar Pradesh. But their leader, there you can see him in the middle of the screen, viewers, is standing there pretending to be an authority of what is happening in Tamil Nadu. Can you believe it, viewers? What connection does he have? One doesn't know. What muscle is he lending? No one knows. Something that is happening down south where he has absolutely no perspective.
Remember what the
Rahul bhai.
So yeah, okay. So Mr. Haider, let me ask you. You first try to browbeat the governor's office by trying to set timelines upon them to clear bills. When you think they should be clearing bills, the Supreme Court throws you out. Then you threaten in Parliament, like today, Rahul Gandhi has done the election commissioner and the chief election commissioner, saying we will come after you. Don't think that you will retire into some great idyllic lifestyle. We will come after you, we will pull you out. These were his words. And now, sir, you threaten a High Court judge with impeachment because you have a problem with their verdict. This, sir, many people are saying, is a tool to threaten judiciary. Verdict is not in line with the state. It's very simple, isn't it? Otherwise, what equation do you have in this entire matter?
Rahul Bhai, first of all, I would like to tell you that Samajwadi Party's organization is across the country. We have MLAs across Uttar Pradesh, and we are the third largest party in the Lok Sabha, on the floor of the Lok Sabha.
Yeah.
Now, let's
What's your
let's
vote
come
share?
to the
What's your
topic.
vote share in Kerala?
No.
What's your vote share in
we
Tamil Nadu?
did contest.
Excuse
We
me.
did-
What is your vote share in Canada? In Kerala? What is your vote share
No,
in
of
Tamil
course,
Nadu? What is your vote share in?
Our vote share in Canada was 0% because we.
I'm
were
asking you, what
contested
was
in
your vote
Canada.
share in Kerala?
And-
What was it in Tamil Nadu? Can you
No,
give
we
me the
didn't
number?
contest it.
What was
Of
it in
course, we-
Puducherry?
No, we.
Tell me.
We did we contest in Kerala?
But that's what.
Puducherry?
So what are you jumping around for? Why are you
so
going to
we-
Tamil Nadu?
I'll tell you why.
On what
we are
issue?
Jumping around the gun. Not at all.
Really?
See, we are here. We are standing.
No,
for
I'll
the
tell you what you're here,
Constitution.
sir, to
Who
do.
told
You're
you?
here
Who
to
told
play
you?
to
No,
a
no.
minority gallery. That's all.
Let me tell you,
Exactly,
Rahul Bhai, who
exactly,
told you it is
Rahul.
about minority? It is about.
It is, sir,
appeasement,
about
it is
appeasement being
upholding
above the rule of
Exactly.
law.
If you
Show
if
me
you-
one. No,
if
no.
you
Tell
allow
me
me
first,
to
sir.
get
One
on-
second. Let me ask this gentleman. What is the Deepathoon? Tell me about it.
No.
He's
Sir,
No, no.
Correct.
What? No, no.
first-
Tell me, what is the Deepathoon? My name is not No. Tell me, what is the Deepathoon?
I will tell you what it is.
Yeah,
I'll
tell
tell
me.
you what it is.
Tell me.
I have heard people from Tamil Nadu saying.
Sir,
that
I'm asking you, what is the
Bharatiya Janata Party-
Deepathoon?
No, sir. Sir, if you'll not let me.
What is the
how
Deepathoon,
am I
sir?
to be able to
You are
answer
not
you?
doing the
If
same
you
thing
keep
with the
on
BJP
interrupting me,
spokesperson.
you
Why
never
you
interrupt any
can
of
do
the
the same show with
spokespersons
them
from
alone,
BJP
right?
or their
You're
supporters.
bringing
But
other
you
parties
kept on
and you're not
interrupting me
listening.
even before I.
You are a
put a counter
blabbering.
question
You are a
on your
blabbering queen,
question.
as always.
Can I
Allow
speak?
him to speak.
No, if you want me to speak, I can speak, or I can leave your show if you don't want
I
me
want
to
to
speak.
ask you, sir,
At all.
what
So
is
let
this
me
issue
speak
about?
at least.
What is the Deepathoon?
Sir, I know what it. Sir, in our culture in UP, sir, this deep is prejudice. We called it deep. There you call Deepathoon. Now the thing
Where is it?
It has been. Sir, that Deepathoon has been done from ages, but it
Where
is
is
not
it?
about that particular. It is not.
Where
sir,
is
let
it?
me
Where
say-
is it?
Sir, let me tell you, it is not about this
Rahul.
particular case. How can you be
Viewers,
so judgmental?
let me tell you, this
and
is
you are
a
jumping the
clear
gun? No, sir, no, sir.
attempt. This is a
No, if you
clear
not let
attempt.
me speak-
Let me tell
No,
you,
sir,
viewers,
not
this
fair.
is
No,
a
this is
clear.
unfair.
No, 1 second.
This
Mr.
is
Haider,
very
I'm
unfair.
asking
They
you,
will
I
listen
asked you a
one.
question and I need to move on. I have 30 seconds
Sir,
to.
you have not let me
I am
speak.
giving you 30
No, can I
seconds to
give you
respond.
10
1 second.
seconds?
1 second. Lower the
30
faders.
seconds, you have
Yes,
given 5
Mr.
minutes.
Haider, I'm asking you a question. What does the Samajwadi Party have to do with an issue that is concerning Hindus in Tamil Nadu? Please answer this
No, it's
question.
not about the Hindu. Who said this is about Hindus or Muslim? Who said this is about the about the appeasement? It is about the constitution. You please don't interrupt me. I've got the only chance to speak, and not everybody is interrupting me, and you're not letting me complete. This is not fair. I will not speak like this. I'm sorry.
Okay.
If you ask other
I'm giving
panelists
you
to
the
show some
opportunity.
courtesy
Would
to
you
me-
like to speak or would you like to sulk?
I'm speaking, sir, but let
So tell
let
me,
other
what is it?
panelists
What do you have to
courtesy
do with
for
that?
me.
What
I
is
never
this
interrupted
constitutional
anyone on
issue?
this show.
Explain to me.
I'm telling you, sir, when a particular judge who has sworn on the constitution says that this constitution is a copied constitution from the relic of 1935, that is why we are against such person. Sir, a person who cannot uphold the constitution. In a RSS link event, he's saying that it is a copied relic. He's
Okay.
trying to mock the constitution of Dr. Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar.
Okay.
Does he deserve to be sitting at the bench?
Okay.
Sir, we are
Okay.
against any such person. When Advocate Vanchi Nantan, he moved a complaint to the Chief Justice of India
Right.
against this judge on caste bias.
Okay.
And this particular judge, what did he do?
Okay.
He summoned he summoned a contempt of court against that person.
Okay, now
And
viewers,
judges
if tomorrow the
Madras
Supreme
High
Court...
retired
Okay.
judges and sitting judges,
Okay,
they
okay.
have written an open letter against
Okay.
him saying him, please not do this, sir.
Okay,
They have
if the
written
Supreme
that,
Court viewers
Sir, they
tomorrow
have
were to
written that he
rule
is
against
trying to
these
blur the
petitions that
justice
have been
with
brought by
vendetta,
the
it is not
DMK in
acceptable.
appeal, one second, if tomorrow the Supreme Court were to rule against these petitions that have been brought by the DMK, will you accept, very quickly, Mr. Ibrahim, will you accept the Supreme
Process
Court's
judge,
word?
sitting
No,
judge.
Yes, you will? Yes, you will?
No.
No,
He's consumed
you will
the
not.
record.
You will not
we
listen
will be
to.
going to the
He's
we will
consumed
be
the
going to the
record.
Constitution bench again.
Yes,
Until-
you will go.
Until,
I'll leave it
until
at this.
Until
Viewers,
the last,
it's quite clear that whether the Supreme Court rules, whether the Speaker allows this impeachment motion, they are not going to accept it. It's quite clear. That's what he's saying, very clearly. This is not, as I told you, viewers, about the rule of law, constitutionalism, or the application of it. This is about clear and present attempt to politicize an issue in which these individuals have no say. But viewers, I want to move on because there is a very serious story that we need to look at very, very closely. Two individuals, viewers, and we have pictures of them also, not just these photographs. We have them partying away. And I hope that the producers have brought out those visuals because I want you to see these people, viewers, in their ecosystem, their swagger, their sense of entitlement. And I've been asking for these pictures and I hope we have those pictures. Well, we don't, viewers, sorry. Our producers did not go out and bring out those pictures. Hopefully we will have them in just a few moments. You see, these two individuals, viewers, they have blood of 25 individuals on their hands. The Luthra brothers should be in jail. But as it happens so often in India, if you're rich and you have influence, you're often beyond the reach of the law. And in the case of the entitled Luthras, this is literally true. These cowardly brothers are in Thailand, far from the reach of Indian law enforcement, cocking a snook at justice and mocking the pain and suffering of the victims of their criminal conduct. Viewers, at 12:07 a.m., December 7, there is a fire at the nightclub that they own. 25 people are killed. Around 2:30 a.m., December 7th, the Luthra brothers reached Delhi airport. That was the same night, viewers, where 0 Indigo flights were flying almost domestically. At 5:30 a.m. on December 7th, the Luthras take an Indigo flight, 6E1073 flight, and they go to Thailand. The brothers reach Thailand. Saurabh Luthra posts an Insta message on the fire tragedy from there, saying, "I'm so sorry. We express deep regret. We are very, very truly sorry." Viewers, sitting in Thailand, they didn't even want to submit themselves to the law. They had to escape, of course, because as the facts tell us, they are culpable without doubt. They are running a nightclub that was a death trap, focused only on profit at any cost, viewers. It was operated without a fire, no objection certificate or permits. There was a single narrow exit, caused a deadly bottleneck. Flammable ceiling decor, fueled rapid fire spread to the basement, kitchen, trap, tourists, staff clubs, remote location, delayed firefighters. It's all there, viewers. And the visuals themselves speak. You can see how the fire is raging. And right there, viewers, there is a dance happening. A lady is dancing and she's looking over her shoulder. She's seeing this fire. She doesn't know what to do. The fire has been lit because, viewers, brazen disregard for safety measures. People are lighting firecrackers inside a flammable structure. The tragedy is that they were allowed to escape, these two brothers, viewers, despite having made a mockery of every law and convention. A lookout notice was shockingly issued after the brothers fled to Thailand. Worse, even 12 hours after their escape, the cops had no clue, laughably showing up at their residence, inquiring about their whereabouts. And now, as is the norm in India, The law is waking up after the event. Exposed for their ineptitude, a blue corner notice has been issued. Nothing has been learned from the Lalit Modi, Malia, Nirav Modi, Sandesara case. All of them fled, never to be seen again. The notice isn't going to change much. It takes 45 to about 60 days time for a country to submit requests, 90 days time for Interpol to process the request, 60 days detention limit unless sufficient cause is established. Yes, viewers, all of this is the massive timeline, and this timeline is going to ensure that this matter remains hanging and we are not going to see any closure. The delay means that the evidence can be manipulated, the witnesses can be influenced, the brothers can even get time to acquire a new identity and perhaps even slip into another country, undetected perhaps, viewers. It's a massive botch-up and a screaming indictment of the BJP government, both at the state level and the centre. The question is, could they have escaped had they not had some help on the inside? Let's put that question out tonight, viewers, for a bit of discussion. Who is culpable here, really? Yes, these two individuals are, their four accomplices are, but who is really culpable for this state of affairs? Let's open it up. Let's go straight across to our guests. Suhail Seth, it's a straightforward question. Could these entitled cowards, sorry to use this word, but there is no other in my lexicon, could these entitled cowards have escaped had they not had some help on the inside?
Under ordinary circumstances, yes. But just look at the facts of the case. And I totally agree with you. We are on the same page as far as these entitled brats are concerned. When the incident happened, the Goa police did what they had to do in terms of, because it's an interstate thing. These jokers live in Delhi. They came to Delhi and they put this notice, which was then sent to Interpol through CBI, which is the blue corner notice. So technically, they had done what they had to do. But there's a serious issue here because I live between Goa and Delhi. Abhijit knows, most people know. In Goa, the tyranny of the Sarpanch and the nexus between the Sarpanch and the local MLA is so extreme that you actually have a good chief minister in Pramod Sawant. You have a very good Director General of Police after a long time in Alok Kumar. They can't do diddly squat because Okay, now let me give you an interesting tidbit. Flash it on your channel. Goa is the only state in the Union of India where the police has no role to play in licensing of bars, nightclubs and restaurants. It is a deal done directly between the Sarpanch, the MLA and the owners of the bars and restaurants. Now you tell me, where the hell will policing be? If the Goa police does not know Rahul Shivshankar owns this bar or has all the permissions, the Goa police cannot even enter your premises. And now what some of these scoundrel MLAs from all parties are doing is, they say that, oh, if the police comes to a particular bar or a restaurant, you all are threatening tourism and tourism khatre mein hai. The reality is as follows. Because of previous governments, and I'm no BJP supporter, Congress supporter, this is a mess that has been created for over 40 years now. This is the same mess that does not allow for an Uber to be in Goa. Goa Miles is held captive to the taxi mafia and the taxi unions of, that's what's killing tourism. Today, Rahul, I will say this openly on your channel. Let whoever joker wants to challenge me. I will say 80% of the restaurants in Goa are nothing but money laundering devices. I mean, what are owned by the non-Goans. Because what is happening is, today, if you take a village like Asagaon at one time had 47 restaurants in an area of 2 kilometers. How the hell does it work? You don't need any licenses. The licenses it's a deal done between the Sarpanch and the owner of the bar. B, in Asagaon, I had told Abhijit once, they were planning a humongous nightclub on a village road with residents. And I took it up with the Sarpanch. The Sarpanch stopped it. But guess what? Who owned that nightclub? Two politicians from Indore. You could do nothing until you threaten them with media expose and all of that kind of stuff. So here's what I feel should happen. Number one, Pramod Sawant tomorrow should address the country or whoever else and say that we are revising the following. Number one, all wine stores to shut as per the rules by 10 o'clock. Number two, you cannot have bars and nightclubs and restaurants open ad nauseum. Number three, the police must play a role in the licensing of these bars and nightclubs or whatever. Otherwise, who knows what's actually going on? And who do you arrest? You arrest the low-hanging fruit. The Luthras have gone. They'll never come back. And even if they come back, they'll find some way of alleviating their pain. And number four, you must have strict local policing. The local policing qua nightclubs and bars is totally empty.
This is
That's
serious,
the problem.
serious problems, viewers. And the BJP prides itself in having zero tolerance for corruption. So, Mr. Malik, what's going on? Why is an exception being made here? You've been in power now for a long time in Goa.
The point has to be understood, Rahul, that all legal provisos that were present in the state.
Mr. Malik, I'm not asking you about the specifics of this particular matter. We already know that there were no NOCs that were taken, that permissions had lapsed, the Sarpanch, and there is talk of the police. One second.
Rahul.
One second, Mr. Malik. That there was talk of also the police looking the other way. There were some issues here. I'm not going into them because I don't have the facts and I never ever presage the facts. So when I have them, I will confront the facts and I will bring them to the table and you will have to respond to them. But today, Mr. Malik, I'm asking you a very simple question. Mr. Suhail Seth has pointed to 4 laxities, 4 problems.
Correct.
Right? You've been in power for a while. It's not as if you don't know what is happening in your own state. The Chief Minister, if Mr. Suhail Seth can know, spending time between Goa and Delhi, I'm sure it's an open secret. Why haven't you fixed this issue? You are the ones who say, na khayenge, na khane denge.
Please understand a couple of things. One, when we are talking about this case, we must understand what these brothers have been up to since a long time. They've been laundering money in terms too that they have multiple investments of multiple people in every different project. Every
Mr. Malik, if you know all of this, if it's so well known, what were they doing taking the lives of 25,
Please,
30,
Rahul,
100 people in their hands?
Let me say
with
something
impunity.
at least. If you are only going to say, then I think we are over here for nothing. So let me at least finish what you have asked me. At least let me answer that. I do agree that there have been laxities and those are not at the top level. It is on the bottommost shelf, which needs to be addressed ASAP, not just for this, but for every state. Not just for Goa, but for across the nation. The blue collar notice has been given in a good time, but yes, they flew beforehand. Whether their institutions in Delhi were there or the other ones, you must understand their modus operandi, and their modus operandi is that they have a limited number of shares with themselves. The rest is multiple projects. They have about 50 odd projects which were running. That is very clearly on their site also. Now, coming to this issue of operating without license and things like that. If you remember, in the Corona times also, they were running and operating something in GK2 and they were doing it without license. So the point
what
is,
are you trying to
the
say?
laxity at the junior level officers cannot be blamed onto, this is an executive fault, this is not the political legislative fault.
Sir, are you on some substance tonight? I'm sorry,
What
I'm
the
asking
hell
a very
do you
blunt, I'm asking a very blunt question. Who is in charge of running that state? We elect our representatives to have a handle on what is going on.
Rahul
If you can sit in
Srishankar,
Delhi, one
let me
second,
tell
Mr.
you one
Malik,
thing.
one
You may
second,
be
no, hang on.
taking substance. I do
One
not
second,
take
Mr.
substance.
Malik, you are sitting in Delhi. You are giving me
No,
a
you-
whole, one second,
If you
please,
comment like that,
listen
it's
to
a
me.
loose comment
You are
on your
sitting
part.
there, you are
It's a
sitting
loose
there
comment on
and
your
playing
part that
a
somebody's
political,
taken a substance
you are
or
sitting
what?
there and playing a
Rahul
political
Srishankar
hand.
may be
One
taking
second, Mr.
substance,
Malik,
Raman
stop
Malik
shouting,
may not.
stop shouting. You are sitting
No,
there
no, you
and giving
stop
clean
saying
chits.
that.
You are
apologize
giving
for
clean
the
chits
thing.
to people. You're giving clean chits to people.
No, I am
25
not
people
giving
have died.
to anybody.
Have
But
some
you
shame.
think that Raman Malik
Have
is
some
on the
shame.
substance.
You are giving me this.
It's
One
also
second,
hurting my
Mr.
religious
Malik.
sentiment.
I'll lower your fader. Don't shout. First, control yourself. Okay, now I'm asking you a question. You know all of this. You know that these people are supposed to be, as you yourself have said, money laundering fronts. Who is supposed to...
You have hurt my religious sentiments by saying that I'm on some
Oh, please,
substance.
stop pulling these
No,
victimhood
with
ones.
that,
Nothing
Please stop that,
religious
Mr.
here.
Malik. I'm
Shiva
asking you a
used to
question.
have substance.
I'm asking you a
neither
question.
do I drink,
I'm asking
nor
you
do
a
I take
question.
any substances.
Mr.
So
Fine.
don't say that to me.
Fine, okay, fine. One understands. I'm asking you a question though, Mr. Malik, and let me ask you this question. You are giving me a whole background of this individual, or these individuals, saying they're mixed with that, they're doing this, they're doing that, and so on and so forth. But Mr. Malik, I want to ask you a question then. What is the government doing? If there are openly people who are money launderers running operations, what is your government doing?
Rahul, again, very humbly, I'm telling you that there is a difference between the executive and the judiciary and the legislative. We must not forget that these are basic, simple civic classes that we get. But yes, I do support your call that the government in every state must be visualizing what is happening at the bottommost level.
Okay,
And
Mr.
if they're
Mitra,
ignoring it, there are
who does law and
problems
order
those
come-
problems
Oh,
One
cannot
second.
be ignored.
Rahul made a point. Rahul has made a valid point. Raman, if it is the government and Pramod Sawant has been in power, now it's second term, my view is let bygones be bygones, but now the government needs to crack the whip and say to
Correct.
hell with these errant MLAs
All.
and these
Not just
rascal
Pramod
sarpanches,
Sawant.
many of them.
I don't
and
think
clean
that's
the
going to happen.
stables.
I speak
Not
my mind,
just
Mr. Iyer.
Mr.
I
Pramod
think
Sawant,
there are.
but
One thing, let
across
me bring in Mr.
India,
Iyer.
all
Let me
chief
bring
ministers must take
listen,
note
listen.
of
Now,
this.
hang on. We are talking about Goa tonight. Thank you, sir, for your concern for the rest of the country. When you are Prime Minister, you can look after the rest of the country.
I don't
Just
want
give
to
us
be, thank
15
you.
minutes. 1 second. Mr. Iyer, I just want to bring you in on this. I have a feeling that there's more to this. These people could not be operating with such impunity when everyone knows their
Correct.
history and their background without somebody
Rahul,
keeping
you have
them.
to- the scale of the impunity in Goa is what is mind-boggling. You
Yeah.
come from the airport to Panjim, to the post office area. You see there is an island at the mouth of the river which is completely deforested. It was protected forest. A building conglomerate bought it, cut down the entire protected forest to build buildings out there till the Green Tribunal stopped it. And right now they are bribing people left, right, and center to get their permissions back.
Yes.
Now, and this is in your face. Nobody in Goa can miss it because it's that huge bridge across the river. You see it. It's an ugly sore which every Goan can see in Panjim. Now, this is the letter. This is what the Sarpanch, the current Sarpanch, signed off giving permission to this Arpora club in Arpora. Now, I completely appreciate the fact that these guys, their passports have apparently been cancelled by the MEA and they're putting out Interpol notices and things like that. Why has the Sarpanch not been arrested? Here is the fellow who signed off on all the permissions. And let me tell you this, Rahul, these Sarpanches out there, they are the worst kind of people. They're extortionists who come, any building project, any new restaurant, anything that has to happen out there is cartelized. They come, they extort money.
Wow.
You know, fishermen, it is the one state where fishermen can't sell their produce. The fishermen have to go fish. They have to put it up in a collective market, give hafta vasuli to the political sarpanches out there and sell it only at the common market.
And of course, Mr. Malik will say that, look, let the executive do what it wants to do. The executive is put in power. It rules a state to actually prevent all of this nonsense. Yes.
No, you have at least now you have a good chief
Then probably
secretary
the
and a
civic
good police
lessons that we
head.
and you learned in the school
Well,
were wrong.
let's hope. 1 second, Mr. Som, I want to ask you a question. And this is a fundamental question. Could this have been possible? This impunity, this level of insulation from scrutiny, could this have been possible without any higher-ups supporting these individuals?
Rahul, to be very candid, I think it's a dirty money dancing on 25 dead bodies. This is a clear case of collusion of politicos, babus, and these club owners. But, having said so, Rahul, there is a clear distinction of strict and vicarious liability insofar as invoking the criminal liability is concerned. Now, we have learned that these two brothers were in Delhi when the fire incident happened. I'm not saying that they should not be charged. My point is that if you are imputing vicarious liability on these two brothers, then don't spare the concerned district magistrate, the concerned sarpanch, the concerned MLA.
Very good,
and
very
even,
good.
even going, I'll go to the extent of saying that the current head of the state of the government and also MOEF in Environment and Forest. What I've learnt is that many licenses are to be given by the central government Environment Ministry. This we all know on the panel, Rahul, that nothing can operate without the blessing of all these people who acted in collusion. So insofar as criminal action is concerned, because I believe that the part of negligence and also the knowledge that such kind of incident can happen was not solely can be lied on these two brothers. Of course, they were negligent. Of course, they had knowledge. But so these all people, starting from the Sarpanch of the Panchayat, we all know in Goa, nothing, even a leaf cannot be turned without the blessings of the Sarpanch of the Panchayat. And the state government cannot behave like a lame duck that they were not aware what has happened. Of course, the police has taken a timely action.
So are you saying that the low-hanging fruit have all been rounded up, 4 or 5 accomplices, but these 2 individuals are of course gone. They've flown the coop. And no one else is going to be touched because there is obviously some amount of... is that what it is? Sohail Seth.
So what I've seen on X is that there's a third partner. One minute, yeah. 1 minute. I've been asked the
even
question.
if you are imposing on the Luthra brothers,
Mr. Seth
other
was asked
people
the
should
question.
also, an example should be said.
Mr. Som, 1 second, let him answer.
Is your name Seth? You're Som, I'm Seth. Let me finish.
Sorry.
He asked me the question. So here's what I've heard on X.
All right.
That there are 3 partners. There's a guy called Ajay Gupta. Someone on X has said, Pawan Khera actually, has said, can someone clarify if there is a union minister shielding Ajay Gupta? I don't know who Ajay Gupta is. I don't know what union minister. I'm just quoting what Pawan Khera said. A. B. The point here is, this is a wake-up lesson to demolish the tyranny of the nexus between the Sarpanch, the local Panchayat, and the local MLA. Now, I don't want to mention name because all of us will get sued. There is a guy with an initials of M and L who's an MLA, who's a known crook. He's a known scoundrel. Everyone knows he makes money. Yes. These are people, Rahul, they will make, the wealthiest people in our country look like poor people. Now, people are saying that this chap is involved. And now, if the Goa police, which, by the way, is one of the finest police forces, if they take action, you know what the MLA tells them? Arey, why did you send someone to the bar? Why are you rounding up people who are misbehaving? Because it will affect tourism. Arey, what will you do about law and order and safety? So the Goa police is caught between a rock and a hard place themselves. Pramod Sawant, who wants to do things, can't because of the tyranny of the Panchayat.
Well, viewers, there's BJP at the center now and there's BJP at the state level. They've always said double engine works wonders. Well, viewers, here is their chance to tell us that it actually does work wonders, clean up this state so that 25 people never meet this fate again. And these 2 individuals, of course, are made an example of. We leave it at this, the Vantage with Palki Sharma.
This is
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड, मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
ये आपकी रक्षा के लिए और ये आपकी रक्षा के लिए।
अरे ये क्या है?
ये आपकी रक्षा के लिए और ये घर की रक्षा के लिए।
न जले न पिघले, घर घर को सेफ बनाएं। अपार अणुशक्ति फायर प्रोटेक्ट वायर।
Stay ahead with News 18. News from your city in your language. Real-time updates, in-depth analysis, and breaking news. Anytime, anywhere. Only on the News 18 app. Scan and download the News 18 app now. The all-new Hyundai Venue, Tech Up, go beyond.
पैसा लगाना है तो सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम पे लगाओ। डूबेगा नहीं, जलेगा भी नहीं, कोई खा नहीं जाएगा, धोखा नहीं देगा, ऊपर नीचे भी नहीं होगा, सेफ रहेगा, सिक्योर्ड, मिनिमम 30 साल का रिटर्न देगा। अब इससे बेटर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो बताओ। सेंचुरी प्लाई क्लब प्राइम, रहो बेफिक्र।
Impeachment. And the reason, believe it or not, is that he permitted Hindus to light a simple ceremonial lamp atop a sacred hill in Madurai. Let's get straight to the facts. A single High Court order has sent the DMK-led Tamil Nadu government and allies throughout the country into overdrive. First, the opposition challenged the order in the Supreme Court and before a division bench. Fair enough, that is the legal route. Second, they physically blocked devotees from reaching the site so that the High Court order could not be implemented. But the third move is what shakes the foundations of India's judicial independence. They rallied, the DMK rallied opposition MPs to initiate impeachment proceedings against Justice G. Swaminathan. An impeachment notice is not some memo. It is not some protest. It is the most extreme parliamentary action available against a judge. Impeachment. And the reason, believe it or not, is that he permitted Hindus to light a simple ceremonial lamp atop a sacred hill in Madurai. Let's get straight to the facts. A single High Court order has sent the DMK-led Tamil Nadu government and allies throughout the country into overdrive. First, the opposition challenged the order in the Supreme Court and before a division bench. Fair enough, that is the legal route. Second, they physically blocked devotees from reaching the site so that the High Court order could not be implemented. But the third move is what shakes the foundations of India's judicial independence. They rallied, the DMK rallied opposition MPs to initiate impeachment proceedings against Justice G. Swaminathan. An impeachment notice is not some memo. It is not some protest. It is the most extreme parliamentary action available against a judge. Viewers, you require at least 100 MPs to sign the motion. And if it is admitted, a 3-member panel is formed to probe the charges. And that panel comprises of an SC judge, an HC Chief Justice, and a distinguished jurist. The trial is entitled to, of course, the judge is entitled to a fair hearing and can counter charges and cross-examine. It's a lengthy process, but it is a very serious process. Very few justices have been impeached in this country. And it is normally reserved for corruption, gross misconduct or incapacity, not for delivering a judicial order you simply disagree with. So there are very set criteria and you can see them on your screens. Proven misbehavior or incapacity, and of course, viewers, the fact that Articles 124 and 218 in the Constitution, they all laid out these provisions. The Tamil Nadu government alleges procedural and constitutional lapses that the judge
Hello, Namaskar. This is First Post and you're watching Vantage with me, Palki Sharma.